Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hi guys, so today we're going to be making creamy mushroom sauce to be precise, and it's a simple recipe with simple ingredients and easy ingredients, so I'm sure you will be able to do it any day. So the first step is you add a tablespoon of butter plus a tablespoon of olive oil. So I don't want to be very specific with olive oil because I've done this recipe with coconut oil and I love it with coconut oil because with coconut oil I use the coconut oil that has my aunt makes it, so it's the like the typical coconut oil, like the scent is still there, the taste is still there. I even use it for cooking rice and it turns out tasting the same as if I was using coconut milk. So you can use any types of oil. So a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil, and you let it melt together. So the second step will be adding the mushrooms. So here I used button mushrooms. I used button mushrooms, and these button mushrooms I bought them from Naivas. Okay. I've not really used mushrooms a lot. I've only used button mushrooms, but I am willing to learn and I'm willing to try other various types of mushrooms so I can be able to tell you the difference. So the third step, you add thyme. Thyme is one of my favorite herbs. I really like it. I like it on meat, I like it on many things. So you put thyme. Here I added 2 tablespoons of thyme. And another thing you'll do is that you'll season. So definitely put salt and put black pepper. I really love black pepper. And the reason why I'm not being specific on the amount is because you can put according to how much you want it. So if you want a lot of black pepper, you can do. And another step that I wanted to talk about is, as I was doing this, I realized that my pan was a little bit dry and I needed more flavors to sink in the mushrooms. I needed it to be a little bit tastier. So one thing I wanted to say is, depending on the amount of mushrooms you use will determine the amount of butter and oil you use in the beginning. So I thought that I had little amount of mushrooms, so I used 1 tablespoon, which made me add more butter in here for more flavors. But if you want it better and you feel that you have more mushrooms and more, yeah, if you have more mushrooms than what I had, you'll use more butter in the beginning. So you'll use 2 tablespoons of butter or 3 tablespoons of butter, depending on how many people you're cooking for. So this was just a meal for 3 people. So yeah, so as you can see, the next step is that I'm adding the garlic paste. So I just used 3 cloves of garlic, but people actually really love garlic, but for me I feel it's empowering a lot. Sometimes it's flavorful, but sometimes it's empowering, so I actually don't use a lot of garlic when I'm doing my meals. So here we add the garlic. We mix just to make sure that the garlic does not burn, because if garlic burns, okay, not if, when garlic burns, it tends to become bitter. It tends to become very bitter, and it's something that you won't, even when you're cooking your other meals like pilau and your garlic burns, it actually becomes bitter and it changes the whole dynamic of the flavors that garlic has to offer. So you keep on stirring, and you ensure that at least all the flavors, as I said, mix with the mushroom. As you notice that I do not add any water, that is because when I add water to the mushrooms, it tends to have a different taste, so I prefer it a little bit I prefer it cooking this way first, then adding liquid for it. And as you remember, we had said the recipe was creamy mushroom sauce, so we want to bring in the cream. Yeah, we want it to be creamy, we want it to have flavor, right? Because what we want with our meals is flavor. Before anything else, it's flavor. Yeah, okay. Within time, we'll be wanting for it to look good. okay, in the presentation of your meals, but as of now we want flavor and more flavor and more flavor and more flavor. As you noticed, I didn't add water. That is because I prefer it cooking this way and becoming cooking this way than adding any type of liquid. So as we said that our sauce is a creamy mushroom sauce, so now we are adding the cream. So it's one of my other favorite ingredients. I can never miss it in my fridge, is cooking cream. Yeah, so here it's about, yeah, so we're adding cooking cream, and here it's about 1 cup of cooking cream. So some of my friends usually ask me, we just say you putting ingredients, and when you say 1 cup, we all have different cups. So I usually use the measuring cups. That's what I use. When I say 1 tablespoon, I use it in reference of the measuring cups. Even if I'm not baking and I'm cooking, I still use the measuring cup. So 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon, I use the measuring cups. You can get them anywhere. Mine, I bought them, I think, in the supermarket or something. I can't remember, it was a very long time ago. So the second thing you're going to be adding is milk. So here it's not only milk in the cup, but it's milk plus cornstarch. The reason why we're adding the corn flour is because we want the sauce to be thick. Corn flour usually makes the sauce thick. You can add it in any other meal, instead of doing maybe Royco for it to be thicker. Maybe you've already mixed your flavors and now you want it to be thicker. Instead of using like the normal people normally use Royco, and you've already put flavors, you've put so many flavors, you've put black pepper, you've put thyme, you've put so many things that are still in the Royco. I usually use cornstarch. So you use water plus cornstarch, mix and put in your sauce, and it becomes thick. You give it time. So I give it around 10 to 15 minutes for it to cook down. As you can see, it's becoming thicker and thicker and thicker and yummier and creamier as the recipe was supposed to be. It's creamy. And now for more flavor, we're going to be putting lemon. Is, I like the sour taste of lemon, so I just wanted to put it in there and see how it's going to taste, and it turned out well. It turned out really, really good. So I used a little amount of lemon, and you mix. By now your mushroom is ready, so you're going to be adding more, the last step, and that will be coriander. Okay, forgive me guys, I didn't have coriander in my fridge. I just had a little amount, and so I just decided to throw it. Yeah, and so guys, my recipe is actually done. My sauce is ready. Yum yum. Can you see can you see that food? Can you see? Hey, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. And I think that's the end of my video. Please guys, like, subscribe and share. More coming with Jikoni with Sezi.